We talk a little college basketball now. We've obviously previewed both games throughout the week. Let's look at the most outstanding player market here in the Final Four. I'll break it down by team. We'll go through each of the four teams and which players I would look at on each of these teams to win most outstanding player. We'll start with Duke. Cooper Flagg, he's your favorite. No shock, plus 110. Con Knippel, 20-1. Tyrese Proctor, 40-1. And Kaman Malawach at 65-1. These are the four guys that I would consider if you're betting the most outstanding player ticket on Duke. And it's pretty much their entire starting lineup, but that's why they're the team to beat, and that's why they have been so good this season. If Duke ends up winning the national title, Cooper Flagg's probably going to end up winning most outstanding player. He just does so much to affect a game. And again, they're going up against all one seeds in the Final Four. They're playing a great Houston team, and they're playing Florida and Auburn as well if they get by. So if they're going to win the national title, Cooper Flagg's probably going to have to play really good for that to happen. The other guys, though, Knippel and Proctor, I both think are interesting. If they end up winning most outstanding player, it's because either one of those guys are probably going to score 20 points or more in both of the games. They're going to shoot the ball really well. So whichever guy you have a feeling or whichever guy you think matchup presents them to play really well, shoot the ball well, I would roll with that guy. I'd probably go with Proctor just because you're getting double the price. He's a veteran. He's been shooting the ball so well here so far in the tournament. And again, Proctor is kind of down a little bit in terms of like the scouting report when you face Duke. It's certainly Flagg and Knippel at the top. And then I think Proctor's a third option. So I think against some of these teams, he could have a good output. But the guy that I would bet is Kaman Malawach at 65-1 because of that price. And I'm telling you guys, when these people who vote for this award, when they go and watch Duke play in person, they're going to be impressed with how great Cooper Flagg is, and Knippel's awesome, and Proctor's really good too. But Malawach, the way that he affects the game on both ends of the floor, I think you just got to take a flyer on him, especially at 65-1. If he goes out and has a double-double, I mean, tremendous. But again, what he does, his ability on defense, blocking shots, affecting shots at the rim, guarding guards on the perimeter, and then just the pressure that he puts on your pick-and-roll defense because his ability on every possession to catch a lob, he's really, really good. So 65-1 on Malawach, I think, is a good look. Houston, for me, it's either Cryer or Sharp. Those would be the two guys that I would look at. I wouldn't look at Uzan. I wouldn't look at Juwan Roberts. If Houston is going to win a national championship, if they're going to beat Duke and then beat the winner of Florida or Auburn, it's going to be because of their guards. It's going to be because Cryer or Sharp is hitting the big shots for Houston. We saw Cryer hit the big shots against Gonzaga. We saw Sharp have some big shots and some big moments against Tennessee. They're the key because Houston plays at one of the slowest paces. They want to make these games in the high 50s, low 60s. So if they're going to win these games against really good teams, it's probably going to be closely contested. Those would be the two guys that I would look at. For Florida, I mean, let's be honest. It's going to be Walter Clayton Jr. If Florida wins the national title, Clayton is going to win most outstanding player. I would understand the case for Elijah Martin. He's the first player ever to make it to two Final Fours with two different schools, so he does have the experience. But Clayton is the guy. And I think people who maybe are casual college basketball fans that really only watch college hoops in the month of March, you kind of see what we've been talking about on this show all year, how good these Florida guards are and how great Walter Clayton Jr. is. He's had big shot after big shot. And again, I know the most outstanding player award is really supposed to only be for these two games, but Clayton already kind of has that stigma, that aura with him of that big shot maker, that clutch player with that clutch gene. And if Florida wins the national title, he's probably going to make some big shots. So if you like Florida, take Walter Clayton at plus 375. For Auburn, Broome is obviously the favorite at 7-1, but you got Pettiford at 20-1 and Miles Kelly at 125-1. I think Pettiford and even Miles Kelly is a great long shot. Kelly at 125-1, the price is just awesome, obviously, and he's the best shooter on Auburn. So if he goes nuclear from three in these two games and they win a national title, he's going to have a great shot. I like Pettiford, though. That would be my guy. If you like Auburn to win the title, I would go with Pettiford because, again, March is all about guard play. And when the game's close and it comes down to crunch time, Pettiford is going to be the guy with the ball in his hands. Broome obviously is a little banged up. He's going to play, but how much is the elbow, is the ankle affecting him? I think Pettiford would be the play at 20-1.